appropriately, our final speaker for this morning is the Minister for Sport, for Multicultural Affairs, the Minister Assisting for Industry and Innovation, and the Minister for bringing broadband to Gungahlin. Kate Lundy.
Thank you very much, Andrew. I too would like to acknowledge Auntie Agnes and Ngunnawal elders for their warm welcome today. To Minister Conroy, my dear friend, to Andrew Lee, to Ambassador Akimoto, thank you so much for being part of today. Mike Quigley, CEO of NBN. A particularly warm welcome to Andrew Barr, Deputy Chief Minister, here on behalf of the ACT Government and other ACT Government and MLAs. To the people of Gungahlin, including Harrison School, this is an extraordinary partnership in many ways. The foundations have now been laid for a high bandwidth future in the long-suffering area of Gungahlin in the ACT. I really appreciate the acknowledgement of my campaigning over many years, because it's been a genuine motivator in public office. Growing up in Canberra as I did and discovering the internet, and for the record, my first computer was a Commodore 64. I'm a little younger than you, but not much. The long-suffering experience of so many Gungahlin residents has been, of course, constraints on their access to bandwidth, and they are hungry for it. They've been hungry for it now for decades, and it was never forthcoming because of some short-sighted investment decisions that had been made in the past for a whole range of reasons. And it took a community campaign to raise awareness about that, and the Labor government listened to that. We prepared our policies, and under the remarkable stewardship of Senator Stephen Conroy, now the Minister for Broadband Communications and the Digital Economy, an important title in itself, we have a national broadband network. We can see it being built around the country, and I can tell you there is no community more grateful and more excited about the national broadband network than the people of Gungahlin. So I'm thrilled to be here today to participate in this launch. Significant, of course, is the digital hubs and the digital enterprise programs in partnership with the ACT government, and their focus on making sure that we can do something so exciting with this opportunity. And I'd like to also acknowledge today the wonderful people here at the Gungahlin Library who have facilitated every stage of the way when it comes to sharing with the community, engaging with the community here, bringing the community in about what's happening with the National Broadband Network. I'd particularly like to acknowledge the Gungahlin Community Council, Ewan Brown is their current president, but also Peter Elford for his work, for the work of the Community Council over many years. And particularly I'd like to acknowledge Russ Gillen. Russ was a community activist, and I made contact with Russ some years ago now. He was doing his own analysis of the poor state of broadband here in Gungahlin, and one of many members of the Gungahlin community who took it upon themselves to speak out, to complain, and to bring together all of those people in the community who were incredibly frustrated about the state of affairs. So can I say to you, Mike, as CEO of NBN Co, I was pleased to hear you say that it wasn't just, you know, an effective lobby by a range of people. It wasn't. Gungahlin, like many areas in Australia, was very disaffected by the existing infrastructure, and I wasn't surprised. I was extremely pleased, but I wasn't surprised to see Gungahlin on your in such an early phase of the mainland rollout, because of the characteristics of the copper network here. It does make sense. It makes good business sense for NBN as well, but it resolves a very, very practical physical problem that we had with the network in this area. So I'm here to say thank you to each and every one of those people that has played a role in allowing the big button to be pressed earlier. Thank you very much to Paige from Harrison School for helping us do that. It's a great honour and very gratifying as an elected representative of the Australian Capital Territory, and particularly with respect to my relationship and advocacy on behalf of the people of Gungahlin to come to this day. It's a big day for this part of town, and following on from Mike Quigley's words, a very big day for Canberra because we've got so much to look forward to. To the ACT government, I want to say the final word for the ACT government, who have shown an extraordinary commitment to leveraging the opportunity that the National Broadband Network presents through both your activities in provisioning government services online, keeping your own infrastructure up to date in the best possible way, understanding the power of IT, collaborating with our wonderful research institutions like NICTA, who I know are represented here today. We have, I think, the best opportunity to shine. Let's make the most of it. Thank you very much.